Hey, so have you ever been to the doctor and he doesn't listen, or you just feel unheard? Maybe you don't like the options you were given? Well, let's talk about that. And if you've had that kind of experience, let us know in the comments. But I went to the doctor one time. It's about a year ago. I had my L5 was bulging like 7 millimeters and impinging my S1 nerve. So I go to the doctor and he says, the only thing you can do is surgery. No other option. It's just surgery. And of course, I didn't want to do surgery. I've worked in rehab most of my life, and I've never seen back surgery turn out well for anybody. Now, granted, when you're working in the hospital, you see all the bad things, right? And I get it. So, but, I asked him about the side effects, and he pretty much rolled his eyes and treated me like I was an idiot for asking such a stupid question, right? Because it's like, well, of course there are side effects, but he's dismissing it as if it's not that big of a deal. I shouldn't be worried about it. It works great for most everybody. So, like, just get the surgery already, right? That's the way it felt, and I didn't like that. I didn't want the surgery, um, and I left really disgusted, for one thing, and just feeling like, he didn't listen to me. He did not hear anything I was saying at all. And when I thought about it, doctors, I think most doctors actually really do want to help their patients. But the thing that we have to keep in mind is they can only do what they know to do. And if they haven't been taught about how food impacts the body, or supplements, or other therapies, or any of that, if they don't know what therapies exist, right, then they can't offer you those as options. And so they're only offering you what they know, and that's fine. But what you need to know is that you don't have to accept that. So it's your body, your choice. You go to the doctor, and we usually go because we feel like crap and we want some help, right? Um, and if we don't get answers that we like, then we can say, well, I'll think about that, and then go home, do research if you want another option. If you want to go with the option that you were given, then that's your choice too. But I just want to really encourage you that you have a choice. You don't have to do what the doctor says to do. And you don't have to do it right then, right? You have some time. Nothing's, they make some things sound like it's, like you either do it now or you're dead. But usually that's not the case. That's very, very rare that would be the case. So, take some time to think about it and make sure that you are doing something that's right for you. Okay? And remember that the doctor doesn't know everything. So about a year ago, year and a, well, maybe almost 2 years now, time flies. So I had an L5 disc that was impinging my S1 nerve. So I had a 7 millimeter bulge in there. And I would go to the doctor, to find out what can be done about this. And of course, his response was, the only thing you can do is surgery. That's it. No other options. It's just surgery. And I've been in rehab for most of my life, so it's worked, in the hospital setting. So I haven't really seen back surgery work out well for anybody. And granted, you're in the hospital, so you're seeing all the worst cases, but I was just not comfortable with having back surgery. So I asked him about side effects. And I mean, seriously, the response I got was pretty much rolled his eyes, huffed, and treated me like I was a stupid person for asking such a thing, because, it's a common surgery. Most everybody does well. You don't need to worry about it. Of course, there's side effects with any surgeries, blah, 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 right? And so I just didn't like that. It was very condescending, and he wouldn't give me any answers to what I was asking. So I left disgusted. and kind of wondering what I was going to do next. All I knew at that point was I did not want to see him again. So I don't know. Have you had that experience? Um, so I went home. I did some research. Actually had a Facebook friend suggest upper cervical technique, chiropractic care. So I found a guy in my area and I started seeing him. And so I just recently got a new MRI, and my 7 millimeter bulge, which, the only solution to that was surgery, is now 3.4 millimeters. So the doctor was wrong, okay, but he didn't know anything about upper cervical technique. So he couldn't suggest that because he didn't know. And again, you got to keep that in mind, as the doctor doesn't know everything. He only knows what he has been taught. So anyway, I'm keeping up with my upper cervical technique because it's way better than getting surgery, right? But I just wanted to talk about it because, as women, we go to the doctor and we want to feel better, and oftentimes we get treated like we're less than, or we're gaslit sometimes. Or we're dismissed because we just can't be bothered with. I mean, that's what it feels like, right? So when that happens, I just want to encourage you that it's the doctor, it's not you. Okay, you're not the problem. You're just trying to find some answers that will work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, let's talk about it let me know what you've experienced, because I don't think I'm the only one, right?